Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Automate to Dominate. This is going to be a beginning test and update for one of our passive income strategies. So when I created this podcast, I promised you that I was going to let you behind the scenes and pretty much see everything within reason that I could show you. And so we are going to take my Forex passive income strategy and we're going to really dive in today. And we have count them, three different ways that we are going to test this. So if you guys are watching this live and you would like to be with me on this test group, I would love to have some buddies that come alongside me and do this with me. But let me show you what we have. So I have three different things that we're going to go over here. And the first one has already been trading for about 3 months now. And it's had a profit every month. And that is an automatic set it and forget it robot that is trading Forex. So it's been doing that for 3 months now. The first month it made about $100. The second month it made about $200. And the third month it made $60. I was actually kind of hoping it was going to be in the negative because I was hoping I was going to get to show you guys like the good and the bad. And it was actually negative all month until the very last day. And then it went back into profit. But this is with a tiny bit of money. So let me show you here. So I have this robot set up on a remote server, and there are three different robots that we have going on here. So for this one, I just took out, let me move this up so you can see. I just took out $300 because as it's making a profit, I'm slowly taking out my initial investment. And these are not, I don't have a lot of money in here, right? We're using them to test. So with this one, we started with a balance of 1,010. I just pulled out $300 and it's got 1,182. And the $300 that I pulled out, we're actually going to be using for the new MT4 account that I'm going to explain to you in just a second. So the robot is going to keep trading on its own, and I have three robots. Then I'm going to be using, and I'll explain this in just a second, but Rocky Horner has some amazing ideas of pretty passive income. This takes 5 hours a week. And so I'm going to explain the three books that I use to create that strategy. And then finally, I signed up for a Forex trading club where they are providing me signals for $100 a month. So we're going to test all three against each other and see which one does the best. So these are the robots. So there's three different robots here. So my first robot, and this resets every month. So it's the beginning of October and we already have a $60 profit, which is kind of awesome. So we have a $38 win. We have a $47 loss. And where's the other? There had to be another profit. Oh, here we go. $37 profit, $47 loss, $20 profit, $38 profit, and yeah, and then our loss. Okay, so, oh, this actually hasn't reset yet. Okay, cool. So that was actually September. So we made $58 on this robot in September. And this guy is trading the Great British Pound against the Japanese yen on a 15-minute candle. This one we started with $878 in our balance, and let's see where we're at right now. We have just over 1,000. So it's made $120 in the last 3 months. So again, small amounts of money, but we're gonna take our win. These are all also on 1 to 50 margin. I'm relatively conservative, and also that's what the United States allows us to do, pretty much. So that is robot 1. Robot 2, and each of these robots are like $67. My buddy Don created them, and he's just this genius I'm pretty sure he'll kill me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he went to MIT. And basically, he wanted to surf. And so he wanted to figure out a way where it would do his trading for him. So he actually built these robots to run on their own. And he was from California, went on a surfing trip in Brazil, fell in love with a girl. They got married. They have little baby girl, and now he lives in Brazil full time, which is awesome because he's allowed to take a lot more trades than I am in the United States. So if you were to look at his stuff, he probably actually has a much higher rate of return than I do, because we have certain laws that prevent us from taking two trades at the exact same time, even though if they're like different charts. So for example, if I'm doing the Great British Pound and the Japanese yen on a 15-minute candle, and then I look at another chart and it's the Great British Pound and the Japanese yen and it's a 4-hour candle, I may have different trade signals, and I can't take opposite trades at the same time. They won't allow us to do that. So not in the United States anyway. So we have this guy is trading the euro against the Swiss franc. This is a 4-hour candle. So we let that guy run and do its thing. And then our last one, this is the one that's kind of really made the money, which ironically it was the one that was actually negative until last week. But, oh, whoops, I forgot to show you the margin here. So we've got $10. Yeah, okay. Profit or loss, $10, nothing major. But when there's only, $300 in there, that's not too bad, not too shabby, right? So with this one, we currently have $380 in here, and we are in the beginning of a trade. It's actually negative for 71 cents right now. And so we'll see how that goes. Then our first one, Great British Pound, Japanese yen. Second one, Swiss franc against the euro. And then we have our last chart, which is actually the euro against the Swiss franc in a 1-hour candle. And so with this one, we have $1,000 in it, what we started with. And right now it has 1,182. And I actually just took $300 out of this because that's going to fund one of our other things. So as we're making profit, I'm slowly pulling it out so that we're playing with house money, which is really nice. So these are the robots, not to beat a dead horse, right? So we've got 3 robots trading, and then we're going to see which one we do better with literally set it and forget it. This runs on its own machine. So this is a virtual private network that I have set up, and I pay $4 a month for it to be on this server and run 24/7. And I literally come in here once a month and rebalance it. I don't look at it because I'm emotional. I wish I wasn't an emotional trader. But sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like so big. And so I don't even look at it. I just let it do its thing. And so I'm going to click X out of our remote server here. So that is that. And then also I wanted to show you guys that I wasn't making this up. This actually is. So here is my actual Oanda account. Obviously I whited black stuff out. But here's the $300 that I just transferred into this new MT4 account. And we're going to be using this one for our signals account. And that is the trading that I'm paying for them to give me the signals, and I just go in and enter them in and set my take profit, my stop loss, and just walk away. And then the Raggy Horner, we're going to put another $300 in that and let that one do its thing too. So we will have another account in here once we get that one started. I just haven't set it up yet. So right there's the big candle. This is the 15-minute one, and there's our 30-minute one. So again, just small amounts. And we do that on purpose, right? We're just testing these. We want to see. So if they prove themselves viable, then we can put some more money into them. But right now we're just testing. So wanted to show you the actual account. All right. So now let's talk about this guy right here. So I've been following Horner for a couple of years, and I really like her because she is incredibly intelligent. And she said, the more I learned, the more I realized you just need to keep it simple. And if you guys know anything about me, I love to keep things simple. For those of you who don't know my story, I had a stroke and I have some permanent brain damage. And so it's really hard for me to do math and remember things in sequence. So I need something real simple that I can go in, that's crystal clear, that I can look at and say yes or no. And so she actually provides that for us. So I have 3 books that I've been reading, and I will show you all of them. So this very first one is Forex Trading for Maximum Profits. This is the first book that she ever wrote. And basically what this book is if she got amnesia tomorrow, she wanted to write a book that basically told her everything that she had learned in the last 20 years. Not necessarily how to read a chart, but her specific trading strategy. And so this is basically a brain dump of everything that she's learned. So I went through this to kind of get her philosophy on trading. And then I'm in the process of going through this one. This is her second book. And so this one is called 30 Days of Forex Trading. And what she does in this one is it's basically a 10,000 foot overview of this book. So she gives you an idea of what she's looking at in a chart, but then she actually takes you through 30 days of trading, and she shows you the charts and she shows you the setup and exactly what she's looking for and why did she pick that candle as the low and the high, and all that good fun stuff that you always question, but you weren't really sure how to do yourself. That is covered in this book. Then our final book that she wrote is Forex on 5 hours a week. And so what this one does is it takes all the brain power of these 2 books and we pretty much automate it, right? So for 5 hours a week, we can set it and forget it and just let it run and use her methodologies and successfully trade Forex. So that's the plan. So that's what we're going to be doing for this account here. So we have our robot guy here, we have our Horner account, and then we have our signals. And this is the club that I'm paying the $100 for. And each one of these are set up exactly the same. All of these spreadsheets. So I wanted to be able to compare apples to apples for actual percentage of what we won. So because the robots have more money in than these, so we can't just go by dollar amount. Excuse me, we have to actually figure out the what was our profit margin and our ROI percentage. So we have this guy right here, which I'm going to open up. So each one of these Excel spreadsheets has the exact same thing in it. I built this. You can very easily build it yourself if you would like, or let me know and I'm happy to give you a copy of mine. But what I did was, because I can't do math, I have a really hard time calculating what my risk percentage should be and where I need to appropriately set my lot size. So what this does is it actually calculates it for me. So I put in the amount in my account and then how much risk do I want to take per trade, right? So if it's maybe 2%, then I would put 0.02. And then that tells me that I can risk up to $6. And then we have to calculate how many pips is in our stop loss. So if we lose this trade, how how many pips is that? And then it calculates our lot size for me. But the thing that we're really honestly interested in is this guy over here, right? So we have our total trade, we have our number of winners and our number of losers, and then our average win, how many pips, average loss, how many pips, and then what was our lot size. So our total profit, total loss, and then net profit. And then from there, we'll take the account size and calculate and all that good fun stuff. But for each trade that we take, we're going to, for the robot, for Horner, and for the signals that we're getting, we're going to fill out the same spreadsheet. So we're going to have our trade number, the date we entered, the date we closed, the account size, the percent of the risk that we took. These are just indicators for my notes. Our open price, our take profit, what was our stop loss, what was the closing price, how many positive pips did we get on the trade, or negative trips if negative pips if it went south. What was our profit or loss on the trade? Was it a winner or a loser? And the way that I have this set up is, we would put a 1 here if it was a winner, and we would put a 1 here if it's a loser. And what that does is it then feeds this data in here to calculate this for us. So we'll be doing the exact same thing for all of them. Now for the last one, the thing that I liked most about this company is not just that they give us signals, but they also have like a whole education center. So there's actually a there's actually like a Forex university type deal where they're going to teach you not just to take the signals, enter them in, and then make your profit, right? But they actually want to teach you how to trade. So it kind of goes along with my motto here. If you give a man a fish, you'll feed him for a day. But if you teach a man to fish, then you'll feed him for a lifetime. And so what I want to do is I want to learn so that I can use this for a lifetime skill. And so in addition to just the signals themselves, which I'm going to show you here, we also get this whole university of training. Plus, there's a ton of traders that have a lot of experience that are in there live that I can actually go in and ask real-time questions. So one of the things that I have the biggest problem with is, where exactly, if I'm doing a Fibonacci retracement, what candle do I pick and why? Like, am I picking the wrong candle? Which one's the right one? So I can put what I think, but then I can actually go in and ask them in real time, okay, why did you pick that candle? And why not this candle? And this is what I'm seeing. What are you seeing? Which is super, super valuable to me because it's only going to help me get better as a trader. And again, I know we said passive income, right? But if I'm going to do this, I want to do it well. So that I can then teach somebody the strategy. And then what'll happen is I'll be able to have them do it for me once I teach the strategy, and then they can place the trades for me. And then it would be almost completely totally passive, which is the ultimate goal. But for right now, we have totally passive with the robot, and then we have semi-passive until I get to the point where I can hand it off to somebody on my team to execute those trades for me. But I wanted to show you, I can't show you the actual names and trades, right? Because I paid for this information and they'd be kind of ticked off if I just gave it to everybody. So how it comes in is like super simple, right? So, at what is your, where are you entering the market? What are you setting your stop loss at? What's your take profit? And so then they have take profit 1, 2, and 3, right? So if you're a short-term trader, just a couple hours, if you're an intraday, you don't mind it sitting out there for a couple of days, or if you're just a swing trader, which chances are probably I'm going to be a swing trader because I want to catch those breakouts and not mess with a lot of the consolidation. But we'll see. And then the cool part is they also give us a risk tolerance here. right? And I showed you this one because it's a real beginner's trade. They have a lot more advanced signals coming in, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what one looks like. It's super straightforward, super simple, and so we'll be able to very easily go in and track. So that is what we're going to be doing for the next couple of months. And so I'll periodically be going live, just showing you how the accounts are doing in each one of these, and just keep you guys updated as we go. So I know this is the podcast episode. You're obviously going to want to take a look at the YouTube channel because that's where the actual live video will be, where you're able to actually see our spreadsheets and what we're doing. And then also, if you're following me on Facebook, I'll be doing Facebook Lives with real-time updates there as well. So check that out. And like I said before, if you guys want to go on this adventure with me, I would strongly recommend we use small amounts of money, right? $300 or so to test. But you know, hey, if you want to go gangbusters, go for it. But I would love a couple of people to hop in here and learn with me as I learn. So promised you the guys, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So here's the setup for it. And a couple of months from now, we'll have a follow-up episode on exactly what that looks like and what went really well, what completely bombed, and which one was the best of the three. So thanks so much for your time, guys, and we will see you in the next episode. Oh, also, as always, if you guys have any questions, just hit me up. I'm super accessible. I love talking about this stuff. This is my hobby, so I could talk about Forex all day long. So you guys let me know what questions